So students, we will be starting with next problem on invoice price. So here in the last video I taught you about what is invoice price, the journal entries for that and the ledger accounts. So coming out with the simple problems in invoice price, so that is to convert from cost to invoice price, or to calculate the load, or to calculate the invoice price. One thing you're supposed to remember here, the word load means profit. The word load means profit. Done. So first problem is like this. If cost of goods sent on consignment is 3 lakh. So here he is sending, the person, X person is sending a goods on cost of goods sent on consignment is 3 lakh and invoice price is 25% above cost price. So invoice price means that is pro forma price, that is the goods which is now it is sending to consignee. On consignee, what he is sending? He is sending 25% above cost. Cost is 3 lakh rupees. He is sending 25% above the cost. Why, understood? So if the cost price is 3 lakh rupees, invoice price means that is been sent to the consignee. That is in the pro forma, he will be writing and sending, that is plus 25%. So it is on cost price, 25% above cost price. Calculate the load and invoice price. So here we are supposed to calculate load. Load means what is the profit, on this 3 lakh rupees, and also what will be the invoice price. Invoice price means pro forma price, that is for sending the goods to consignee, what is the price. So see, coming on to the problem. So what is the goods sent on consignment value? The goods sent on consignment is 3 lakh rupees. See, 3 lakh rupees. That invoice price is 25% above the cost price. So 25% on cost, they have given it on cost, will be taking it on cost itself. So goods sent on consignment 3 lakh, invoice price 25% on cost. Load, and we are supposed to calculate load and invoice price. Load means profit, and also what is the invoice price. So here calculation of load and invoice price. So here invoice price, therefore invoice price is equal to 25% on cost. They are given 25% on cost. So 25% on cost means 3 lakh into cost on 25%, that will be 75 plus 3 lakh, that is 3,75,000. That is the invoice price. Cost is 3 lakh, profit is 75,000. So now what happens? The total invoice price, the worth what is sending to the consignee, saying that the product price is 3,75,000, cost of the price is 3 lakh, but it is for sending to the consignee is saying it is costing of 3,75,000, which is including of profit. So invoice price is 3,75,000 and profit is 75,000, that is 3 lakh minus 3,75,000, profit is 75,000. So therefore now we can say now, right? So what, how to calculate load now? Cost of goods sent on consignment divided by multiplied by percentage of profit on cost. Understood? So load is equal to cost of goods sent on consignment multiplied by profit on consignment. Then invoice is equal to invoice price is cost plus load. Cost is 3 lakh, load is 75,000. Hope you have been understood with this problem. So here the invoice price is given on 25% on cost itself. So next, coming on to problem number 16th problem. So if the cost of goods sent on consignment is 3 lakh, cost of goods sent on consignment is 3 lakh rupees, and load is 25% on invoice price. Invoice price means on profit. On profit 25%. In the previous problem it was on cost price. Cost itself 25%. On cost itself 25%. Here they are saying on profit 25%. Every time while calculating we are supposed to take it on a cost price, not on invoice price, right? So why, what you are supposed to do? You are supposed to convert this 25% into cost price. One thing you are supposed to understand, different here. This is different. This might look same, but see here it is 25% on cost itself, but here it is 25% on profit. So what you are supposed to calculate? Calculate the load and invoice price. Here we are supposed to calculate the load and invoice price. So here, coming on to the problem. So the cost of goods sent on consignment is 3 lakh. Load is 25% on invoice price. It was 25% on cost previous sum. In this sum 25% on invoice price. So we are supposed to calculate load and invoice price. So the calculation, the conversion of cost into cost price, cost percentage into profit percentage, I have taught that in the class. I know you have been written or you know that properly. So if it is 25% on profit, 25% on profit is 1 by 4. We can also take that as 1 by 4 on invoice price. So that will be equal, for cost means it will be 1 by 3, that is 33.33%. Here they are given on invoice price means profit price. So why we are supposed to convert it into cost price? How we will be converting? There is a format, right? So 25% can also be written as 1 by 4. It is 1 by 4 on invoice price means 1 by 3 on cost. So now load. So load, formula for calculating load is cost of goods sent on consignment multiplied by profit, percentage of profit on cost. Cost of goods sent on consignment is 3 lakh. The percentage of profit on cost you are supposed to take on cost. On cost is 1 by 3. On profit, they have been given on profit, we have been converted into cost 1 by 3. So that will be 1 lakh rupees is load. Now we are supposed to calculate the invoice price. Formula for calculating invoice price is cost plus load. So what is the cost over here? Cost is 3 lakh rupees plus profit. What is the load value? 1 lakh. Load is profit. Load is 1 lakh rupees. So total invoice price is 4 lakh rupees. He is sending 3 lakh worth of goods, saying that the cost is 4 lakh rupees to the consignee. Understood? Okay. So next, coming on to the next problem, that is problem number 17. Invoice price is 3 lakh and invoice price is 3 lakh and invoice price is cost plus 25%. Calculate load and cost price. Here they have been given on cost price is 3 lakh rupees. Here they are given invoice price. They have only given the invoice price over here. Previous sum we were calculating the invoice price, that is cost plus profit. But here they are given the invoice price and also the profit. Now we are supposed to calculate load, that is what is the profit amount, and also cost price. So coming on to the problem, see, invoice price, cost of goods sent, that is 3 lakh. 3 lakh rupees is the invoice price. So what they are saying, 25% on cost. So now what happens? We are supposed to calculate. So here see, here they are given, the profit also is given on cost price itself, but the value which has been given is, the cost which has been given is profit cost. So now they have been given on, if the value is given on invoice price means we are supposed to take the profit also in invoice price, right? So if the value is given, if the cost is given in cost price means we will be taking it profit on cost price. But here the value is given on invoice price, we are supposed to take it on a invoice price profit itself. So we are supposed to calculate what is the profit and cost price. So it is 25% on cost, we are supposed to convert that into invoice price. If it is 25%, that is 1 by 4. So when we convert it, it will be 1 by 5% on invoice price. That will be 3 lakh into 1 by 5, that is 60,000. So now the profit is 60,000. So now what we are supposed to calculate? We are supposed to calculate the cost price. So for calculating invoice price, the formula is cost plus load. So for calculating the cost, the formula will be invoice price minus load. So what is the invoice price? They have already given the invoice price. So 3 lakh minus what is the profit? That is 60,000 is the profit. So now the cost price is 2,40,000. For producing that particular product, it costs 2,40,000. But sending it to consignee is saying that invoice price is 3 lakh. Understood with this? I hope you have been understood. If any doubts, you can ask me. So next, coming on to the problem number 18. So here is the problem. If the invoice price is 3 lakh and load is 25% on price, invoice price, calculate the load and cost price of the consigned goods. So here what I have again, invoice price is only given, the profit is also on invoice price, but in the previous sum the amount which was given on invoice price, but the profit was on cost, so we converted. But in this sum, even the amount which has been given is also on invoice price, and the load percentage, that is profit percentage, is also given on invoice price. So we will be calculating the problem. See here, so invoice price is 3 lakh, so load, percentage of profit is 25% on invoice price. So for calculating the load, what is the formula? That is cost, invoice price of cost sent on consignment multiplied by percentage of profit on invoice price. So 3 lakh rupees multiplied by 25%. So the value will be 75,000. That is, the profit is 75,000. So as it is, we are supposed to calculate the cost price. Cost price is equal to invoice price minus load. Load is profit, that is 3 lakh minus 75,000, that is 2 lakh 25,000. Hope you have been understood with this one. Done. So next, coming on to the problem number 19. So here is a problem. Mr. Anand consigned 2000 cases at a pro forma invoice of 2 lakh. So he is sending 2000 cases at a pro forma invoice of 2 lakh, including the profit of 25% on cost price. Calculate the load per case. Here you are supposed to calculate the load per case. So here what they are given, invoice price, cost of goods sent on consignment is 2 lakh rupees, load is 25% on invoice price. So profit, the amount which has been given is also on invoice price, the load which has been given is also on invoice price. There is nothing problem. So next we are supposed to calculate the load. For this load means we are supposed to calculate the profit. So profit formula is, that is, invoice price cost multiplied by profit. So cost is 2 lakh, profit is 25%, load is 50,000, the profit value is 50,000. So now we are supposed to calculate, next is we are supposed to calculate the cost price. They are given the invoice price, we will be calculating the cost price. So here see, cost price equal to invoice price minus load. So invoice price is 2 lakh, cost price is, load is 5 lakh rupees. So cost price, what is the cost price? 1,50,000. So next we are supposed to calculate the profit on each case. For one case, what is the profit we are supposed to calculate? So for one profit is 50,000, right? So we have calculated the profit. So what number of cases they are sending? They are saying 2000 number of cases. So 50,000 divided by 2 is 25 per case. They are earning a profit of 25 rupees per case. So this is all about simple problems, that is of 2 marks problem, but this is so important for doing the further 14 marks problem. So hope you have been understood with this. Any doubts, please you can ask me. Thank you.